So we are going to initiate a case. I'm logged into an existing account, and I am going to, from the Actions menu, select Civil Case Initiation. In general, there are some things I want to show you about all of our screens here on the portal. You might hear us refer to them as forms. Anywhere you see a red asterisk up here by case initiation, there's one. That means it's a required field, and the system will not let you proceed with your submission until that information is completed. Where you see black question marks, those are called tooltips, and these are just little help icons that give you a little bit more information about what that field is for. For instance, the amount of claim is going to tell you that you need to enter an amount between $1 and $100,000. If you see a magnifying glass anywhere, over here, for the attorney lookup, this means that you can search against a list of values that we have. And the attorney lookup, for instance, is the record that we're pulling from the Washington State Bar Association. So if I need to search for an attorney, you can do it by bar number or by name, but it'll show you the values, and then you can select one to add it to that field. I'm going to begin entering my case. I'm going to select Burien as my court location. You'll notice that there's only 3 options, and you can continue your current filing practices. We're not changing how cases are assigned to courts. You can type into these fields, or you can use your mouse and point around. Just a friendly reminder that all of these fields are the way you enter data into these fields is the way that it's going to live on the court's end. So you need to use correct capitalization, spelling, grammar. The court won't make any changes to what you've entered, and if the entry is so problematic that we can't mitigate it, we may reject the filing for you to correct it and send it back to us. I'm going to go ahead and enter my parties. I've got my plaintiff. I'm going to enter his address. If you have settings on your browser that remember your keystrokes, you can certainly take advantage of that in this product. One neat feature of this is that we have zip codes entered in our system, and so if you enter a zip code, it'll pull up the related city. You can't always change it if for some reason the zip code isn't bringing you the correct city. Attorneys, I showed you this just a minute ago. I'm just going to add whoever comes up here. This will be considered the notice of appearance for the complaining party. You don't need to file a separate notice of appearance, but you do need to add them as a party as part of your initiating filing. And the defendant here, I'll go ahead and enter their name. We are requiring addresses for all parties. We have had a question come up asking what if you don't have an address. We would just ask that you provide the most current address, and if you absolutely don't have one, you can put unknown in the fields. The contact information as far as telephone and email, you're welcome to provide that for everyone, but it's not required. So now we're down here at the documents. And when this is in its final configuration, you'll see 3 different panels that are here. This current one is for the complaint, and you'll see 2 more for the case information cover sheet and the summons. Each of those documents needs to be uploaded individually. You can just access them from your local environment, and I just have a sample file here. We will continue to require the case information cover sheet. State court rule requires it, and our system does not have a way to automatically generate it. We're aware that some courts are providing that service. We unfortunately don't have the opportunity to do that. So please continue to file that, and until the court rule changes, we'll need to get that from you. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with my filing, this is going to add the filing to my cart. And one really nice feature about this product is that, oh, I have a problem with my file. Up here I have an error message. So this is one thing that we've configured along the way. Rather than just throwing an error and not telling you what it is, we've tried to make sure that the messages are understandable. Let's see if this one will let me go through. Okay, so my filing's now in my cart, and it's called Undelivered Filings. One nice feature about this product is that you can continue to get your filings ready and add them to the cart and check out one time. Right now the arrangement with our payment processor is that it's a flat $1.99 filing fee for using the credit card service. So you could add one filing or 50 and just pay that flat $1.99. The same is true for your filing fee-based documents. You can add them to the same cart and check out all at once.
You're only going to do one filing.
So right now I'm going to select this item for payment, and I'm going to pay for my items. It's going to give me a breakdown of how much each of my filings cost. This summons and complaint is $83. Right now, the only mechanism for payment we have is credit card. We are trying to work out some e-check payments with our processor, and as we have an update on that, we will certainly let you know. So now you'll notice in my URL that I'm now on the Point and Pay site. So the portal's routed me to our payment processor. And I'm just going to follow the steps here. The fee is $1.99. This is a demo environment of theirs, so the fee is not accurate as far as what we will be doing when we go live in October. This is where you'll enter the credit card number that I showed you on that first login page of the portal. We don't have a mechanism to store payment information, and payment is required at the time of the transaction. So there's not a kind of bill me later or a drawdown account, and we do take the payment and the filing at the same time. So by entering my email address here, I'm going to get a confirmation email from Point and Pay with my payment receipt, and it will be for the entirety of my transaction. If I had more than one filing, it would be for the total amount. Here I'm going to review my payment and agree to the terms. And once my payment goes through, I'm going to be routed back to the District Court e-filing site.
Or any e-filing.
So now I have confirmation in our portal that my case is on its way to our case management system and that my payment was processed. I do my payment authorization code down here, and I'll have that email to support that. And I'm also going to get an email from eCourt for each of these filings I've made, so I can track that, yep, this complaint is on its way to District Court, and I will get another update once the clerk reviews it for filing.